Oh, hey Reese, what's going on today? Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company. That's right, say it with me. PERPELFLAME. And you are, of course, joining me here on the YouTube channel for another daily episode, weekly episode, in fact, of Tell Me About It Tuesdays, where I like to tell you about different topics. But of course, before we get into this video today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you want to know when we upload a new video to the YouTube channel. And also, just remember, this is not the be-all and end-all, which means these topics that I bring to you each and every single day, each and every single week for Tell Me About It Tuesday, it's up to you to make sure you're going out to do the research and to understand and do a deeper dive. I'm just here feeding your curiosity to bring you these topics. It's your job to learn more, alright? Alright, you've only got me here for about 10 minutes as usual, so let's get into it. Today's video is all about psychometry. Have you heard of psychometry before? It's an interesting one. It's in the family of extrasensory perception. Now, psychometry itself is a really, really fascinating topic when it comes down to it. It is a part of the parapsychology family, as I was just saying, and it originated, or it was first studied in a university in the Netherlands at Utrecht, and a parapsychology university, that is, right? And I don't know if I said Utrecht correct, but I think I did. Now, what it actually is the art or the ability to read energy off of objects. So, for example, if I was to hold this object up here and read the energy from that, right? And provide you with my impressions of psychometry. Psychometry is really, really, really interesting. How do you do that? In fact, anyone can participate in psychometry. You just simply need to be able to give yourself some space, first of all, give yourself some time and patience, right? It's not something that comes straight away, and it also requires a lot of trust in yourself and your intuition and, you know, allowing yourself to perceive different things that sometimes you probably wouldn't perceive, right? And being open-minded as well to what you do perceive. So I've had experiences with psychometry before. One of my first experiences was years ago now. I'm talking maybe 15 years ago, when I was at a friend's house, in fact, and there were two of us who were quite intuitive, myself and a friend who we lovingly called Bitchel, right? Mitchell or Bitchel. And we were sitting there, and our friend Gail put something into an envelope. And the aim was to read the envelope and see what our impressions were and see if we could get what was in the envelope using psychometry. Now, what was really fascinating about this experiment that we did was that I was able to perceive all of what was written on one side of what was in the envelope, and Bitchel was able to perceive everything on the alternate side. So we were both correct, but we both got different impressions, completely different impressions, which, to be honest, I found completely incredibly amazing for him and for I. So, and so did Gail. Gail was blown away, absolutely blown away. I was blown away, to be honest with you. I was like, what? That's crazy. And I'll never forget that experience. And that has to be my first experience when it comes to psychometry. Now, what's interesting is you'll see a lot of people who pull cards use psychometry. They'll often rub the card for more information, right? That's a form of psychometry. Anyone can participate in psychometry, you know. It's something that anyone who has the ability to perceive or to tune in using their extrasensory perceptions can participate, right? And again, why would we use psychometry? Well, you can use psychometry for a range of reasons, but mostly to perceive information, right? To see what energy or history, or, sometimes when we pick up different objects, like this key, for example, I'd be fascinated to see what people would pick up if they held this key, because this key lives around my neck, which means it's going to have a lot of my energy on it. So that's another way, and another time where you will see people using psychometry is during readings, right? They'll get a reading and they'll say, and especially connecting with loved ones who are deceased. So they'll say, bring an item of the deceased, and they'll put it in their hands, and they'll interpret the energy that comes to them from these items. This is psychometry, right? This is psychometry. Now, how to do psychometry? How I would recommend you start your psychometry journey would be by sitting and first of all getting yourself into a neutral space, right? So whether that's through meditation, whether that's through other forms of neutralizing your energy, and then pick an object, right? And yes, you can do your own items, right? Yes, you can do your own items, but it's always better to you could start with your own items, actually. That's probably a really good way to start. I'm rubbing this coin in between my hands. This is just a yes-no coin that I have, right? I love this coin. But you could start by just rubbing items in between your hands and just subtly seeing what comes to you when it comes to these items. Now, these could be necklaces, these could be coins, right? These could be different objects or different items. The next step I would take would be to obtain items or borrow items, or ask for items from different people, maybe loved ones, friends, family members, colleagues, and seeing what information you can pick up off of these items. Psychometry isn't just limited to objects or cards. I've used psychometry in nature, right? Yes. Very interesting. What you get told or what you can perceive when it comes to psychometry of a stick, even, right? Psychometry of a leaf, right? Very fascinating, very fascinating. And I will say it does take a lot of confidence to trust yourself when it comes to psychometry, and it does take persistence, determination, and trust. A lot of trust. You've got to trust your intuitive guidance. You've got to trust what you're seeing, what impressions you're receiving. And you really do have, it's trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. So I absolutely would implore people to look further and further into psychometry to see what they can learn about it, right? As I said, it's a part of the extrasensory perception family of tools, so to speak. And it is something that I think people really don't have a greater understanding of, or an awareness of. So
it's 2 o'clock.
Oh, thanks, computer. You scared the living bejesus out of me. Whew, whew, hello. Likes to make itself known all the time. So, anyways, I would recommend you all look further into psychometry, as I was saying. I would recommend you all give psychometry an opportunity in your life, because most people probably think, oh, that's a load of rubbish, or you can't do that, right? But I can assure you, right, psychometry is very real. Energy is very real. We've done a video about it before, so I recommend you all look into it. And using psychometry, whether it's, I don't think you'd use it in your day-to-day life. I mean, you could if you were practicing. It'd be something good to practice for 5-10 minutes every day to get your skill set up. But psychometry is something you'd probably use on in an infrequent basis, if you ask me. So, but again, such a fabulous tool, such an interesting tool to have in your arsenal when it comes to extrasensory perceptions. Yes. So go ahead, look into psychometry, enjoy what you may find. Hey, comment down below if you find anything out that I didn't mention. I'd love to see what else there is to learn, to know about psychometry that isn't already out there, or that maybe I don't even know. But get it started. Start your journey with it. See what happens. And I will catch you in the next video tomorrow. Bye. Catch us on the flip side.